Otto Peterson in studio. It says Otto Peterson. Is that your new name there, Otto? It's Otto and George is your stage name.
I don't really go by that. It's George's last name is actually George Dudley. It never comes up. But I had an Uncle David, who we called Uncle Dud. That was his nickname, and he was the guy in my family that encouraged me in comedy. He was the only one that said go for it. And we used to talk about comedians. He turned me on to Benny Hill. He said, this guy's funny. You got to watch Benny Hill. And he was a lovely man. He was a very naturally funny guy. And
did he ever do anything with that?
No, he was just the one in the family that would always crack the funniest jokes. He was much funnier than me, just sharp wit.
As you're making this speech, I'm thinking of how much I would like to hear you making this with Arabic writing behind you in a video, and then your fucking head cut off.
Are they still doing that?
They sure are.
Oh, my God.
I like this behind-the-scenes stuff. Was he married? What did he do for a living?
Uncle Dud was an investigator for charities in New York City. If you were setting up a charity, he would make sure it wasn't fraudulent. Mm-hmm. He was in an Amtrak derailment once where 6 people were killed, and the cook was pinned behind the stove and singed to death. And he was one of the heroes that was handing out babies through the wreckage of Amtrak. And it was in the middle of the night, so they didn't know if they were on a cliff or what was going on. It was just pitch black out there. And when they interviewed him, CNN or one of those national services interviewed him, he said I was asleep. I was thrown clear of the train, and I crawled back into the wreckage, and Amtrak charged me another fare. That's the quote.
That's the type of guy.
Yeah, he was just very funny. He was a hysterical guy.
Is he still around, or?
He died now.
Yeah,
he's not. He died and eventually passed away. We buried him.
Did he die of something nice?
He was a Camel smoker, non-filtered.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't good. He got a brain tumor.
Wow.
Yeah.
What year?
Well, this was, I was in my late 20s, and I actually walked the last mile with him. I was the only one in the family that had all this free time because I was a comedian, so I moved in with him in Brighton Beach, and pretty much took care of him. I was very depressed during that time, but I wound up staying in the apartment after he died.
Died?
Yeah.
What was that like?
No, I mean he died in the hospital, but I kept the apartment. It was awesome. It was right on Brighton Beach.
But
what?
All the memories of him still in the apartment, or did you get a dumpster?
Well, I mean, any apartment, you got to assume that something bad is happening there at one point in time.
Correct.
You get some Lysol. You open a window for an hour and. He didn't die there. He died in a fucking hospital.
Did you throw his stuff out, or did you keep some of it?
No, I pretty much got new stuff. Yeah, he had very 1950s. He was like he reminded me a lot of Jack Klugman. He was like that.
Oh, really?
Very
same
sloppy
type of guy.
Yeah, you'd open his refrigerator and there would be fucking prepackaged salami, fucking chocolate donuts, and then a jar of maraschino cherries. And he would let us, when we stayed over as kids, he would let us order Chicken Delight and have big bottles of Pepsi, nothing healthy. We could stay up till 3 in the morning watching Chiller Monster Theater. Mm-hmm. It was great. You could just take advantage of him. He knew nothing about rearing children. There was no salads or bedtime or lights out. My other uncle was nice, but it was like go to bed at 9 and just drag you to this fucking museum tomorrow.
Oh, what a drag.
Oh, he was a douche.
Did Uncle Dudley ever, a little concerned now, but Uncle Dud, what had been happening over there?
No.
Letting all the kids have candy and then they fall asleep.
Oh, no. He also, he liked black chicks. He was like De Niro.
Yeah?
He loved black women, yeah. He's an awesome guy.
But he was never married?
No, but he had a steady woman that was,
he was banging black chicks?
Yeah,
though?
he liked that
All right.
pussy.
I like that.
Was he married a black girl? No?
No.
No, he never married.
No,
never.
Yeah, too busy touching kids and black broads.
Yeah, but
What?
he would he would say go for it, with comedy.
That's really cool, because you find that most of your family says don't go for it. You're crazy. What are you doing? You can't make money doing that.
Have something to fall back on. You should get a high school equivalency, at least have something in case everything, and just fear. Just be afraid of everything. You
know what, Otto? You make a great point. That falling back on something is such horseshit. There'll always be something to fall back on. Well, in my case, it's like, you need something to fall back on. So I took computer classes. I don't know the first thing about fucking computers.
Yeah.
And I took 3 years of that shit.
the more you diversify yourself, you got to focus on one thing. You can't do, you
got to just go for it, realizing, wow, if I don't make it, this is going to be a little rough. But there'll always be something that you can fall back on.
I mean, when I started, I was still living at home, and I was street performing, and I didn't even need money, but it was like, I would pass the hat at the end that was a way of getting rid of the crowd. You know, when you pull the hat out, when you pull the hat out, half the cheapskates leave. So I wanted to start with a new audience. The money was never, an issue. The only money I needed was to go to a movie once in a while. But I always made money at this. Not big money, but enough. Enough. I always did fine.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Well, he encouraged you, and the rest of the family kind of didn't, huh?
Well, they were.
What about
the odds that?
Was it your dad's brother?
Yeah, no, my mother's brother. But what are the odds that a kid from Staten Island is going to have a career as a ventriloquist and, after vaudeville had been dead for 30, 40 years?
What are the odds with half this shit?
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot. You never know.
They were just trying to protect me. They didn't want to support me. You know what I mean? It's like if I didn't work out, I'd fucking have to live with them or something.
They're probably worried that Sweet Otto would get stuck on another bus, as he did when he was 7. Do you know that Sweet Otto one time got locked on a bus?
Oh, you're one of those kids?
When he was just a boy?
I fell asleep on a camp bus, and I woke up,
In a yard?
I woke up
in a bus yard?
In a bus yard, yeah. With all the buses. It was those kind that you could open, like that.
Yeah, the big
handle there.
And they all thought poor Sweet Otto had gone away, but he was just sleeping.
My mother, positive person she was sure it was at the bottom of a lake somewhere with little bubbles coming out of it.
How long were you missing?
My corpus. Not long. It seemed like 10 minutes, and then just a bunch of people came in and took me out for ice cream, and it was like they were all happy.
Did they all have that panic look on your face, which made you panic?
Relieved, yeah. My mother was there.
Dude, I saw
that depressed face.
Sorry.
Shut up. Sorry.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Well, we had a bingo parlor, and Otto fell asleep.
Okay. Anything better than John Candy?
Yeah. That story about the guy in the store saying all blacks leave and
the Walmart thing. Yeah.
That reminded me, John Mulrooney. You know John?
Sure.
His brother,
funny.
His brother is a New York City cop and a real racist. He had a pretty good sized boat, and he used to park it. He would pull up to the beach at Coney Island, stop the boat, get on a police what do you call it, bullhorn, and go, "Attention all niggers, you will never own a boat. You will never achieve what the white man can achieve. That is all." And then he would just pull away in the boat, and they'd all go, "Say what?"
Jesus.
Very, very angry man. Isn't that horrible?
It is horrible. Yeah. Because we were talking earlier about all the pranks we pulled as kids and stuff, and you just know that it was a prank, a prank.
What kind of pranks? Anything involving
nothing,
nail bombs or anything?
No. Well, Jimmy was talking about how he called in bomb threats to his school.
You did? Wow,
in high school.
That's pretty serious.
Yeah,
that is. If
you did that now, there would be a major. You'd have to have FBI record it if you did something.
Oh yeah.
But I was very, very young.
One kid in my school put a rock inside of a snowball and whipped it at. Well, it didn't hit me. It hit my friend Kevin Mullen. Fucking ripped his head open. That was very serious.
We did that.
You did?
Yeah.
That you could kill somebody.
I know. Well, looking back now, you realize, but at the time, it seemed like the thing to do.
Yeah.
Putting rocks in snowballs and stuff. Or we'd start with the acorn fights, and then, or dirt bombs, and then you realize there's not a lot of dirt bombs around, so then you start throwing rocks at each other.
Wow.
You would catch one in the eye every once in a while.
I didn't pay attention to one fucking thing in school. I was not there. And then once I got a taste of, that I could go in Central Park or in the Staten Island Ferry and make money, I was like, I'm fucking out of here. What am I sitting here listening to this guy for?
You never made it through high school?
No. I mean, what did I need to know? I mean, spell and count. What else? What were they teaching there that was useful?
But how did you guys get away with that? Anthony and Jimmy. I could, if I wanted to drop out of high school, I don't even know how I would have accomplished that.
Well, did you have two parents? Because that might have a lot to do with it. In my case, my mother was just overwhelmed with 2, 3 raising.
Oh, I didn't even know your
kids.
father wasn't in the picture.
My father was never in the picture.
Oh, sorry about asking about your father then.
Oh, my dad? He was a drunk, and my mom threw him out when I was 2, so he was never around. No, he came back when I was in my mid-20s, and I met him. I spent a little time with him. He was just he's just a guy in a photo album to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never.
You could care less?
When he died a few years ago, it was just, I felt the same as when, Michael Jackson died. I felt nothing. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
It was weird. When my uncle died, I was very, very upset.
Yeah, sure.
He was there for me.
Did your mom ever remarry?
No, when he came back, he was hanging around the family and
was he looking for money or something?
No, he wanted to have his kids now around him.
Really?
You can't disappear and then come back and expect us to see you as dad. You're just a fucking guy, So my mother started to have feelings for him again, which was kind of fucked up. So we made him go back because we knew he was going to just hurt her again.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you were very protective of mom. That's kind of cool. Huh. Why are we talking about this?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting, though.
Yeah, a lot of us don't know about young Otto's rearing. I mean, I know about that. I know some of his stories, but I didn't know what happened to his dad.
Oh, so I was saying that, that's why I was able to get away with truancy, because my mother just...
Truancy.
Yeah.
Truancy. Thank you, Aunt Otto.
Yeah.
1920 Otto. Great, thanks.
Is that an obsolete word?
Of course it is.
I would assume
Are you
so.
truant?
Considering I haven't heard it, I don't know, ever.
Oh, all right.
I think I heard it in the Little Rascals once.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus.
Truancy.
Yeah, little by little, I'm becoming an old guy with just...
Wouldn't you just say cutting or something?
Yeah, cutting class. Okay.
It's probably the right word to
I just remember that next to my name on these papers that kept coming through.
Oh, really?
House. Yeah.
So you were able to just, cut school or whatever.
I wasn't fucking, drinking in the park or,
Oh, you were doing something with your time.
Yeah, I mean, my addictions came later. I didn't touch a drink or a joint until I was like 25 years old when I got into the clubs and started hanging around guys like this, comedians, with their late night devilish ways.
Yeah, you were pointing at Jimmy, and Jimmy didn't appreciate that.
No, I didn't even know you were pointing at me.
No, Jimmy
he
was
was
sober as a judge, but, I'm just saying.
His deviant ways, and then you went like this, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to some of Otto's terminology. Devilish ways, sober as a judge. I'm going to fucking just tape a gray beard to you. An older gentleman.
Yeah. All right. I had a kid thing, but it was whatever.
How fraudulent is this fucking Club Soda Kenny benefit?
Thank you.
So his stupid retarded son can get a lap dance at Scores.
Thank you.
I should fucking eat paint chips and not get paid.
See, we're doing the right thing. We're doing the right thing. We're doing the right thing, not for Kenny, but for you guys, because it's a great lineup. It's Jimmy, it's Florentine, it's Otto.
Don Jameson. Chuck Manganelli and his bent dick.
I couldn't say no. He was showing me the butt of his gun while he asked me to do the benefit.
And it's a very suspicious benefit.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean, there's benefits all over the place for Haiti, and Kenny's got a benefit so his kid can have a stretched limo for the prom.
Let's focus on the great comedy show.
It is a great comedy show.
Yeah, let's focus on that. How entertaining these people will be.
What are they going to be doing with the money? Because these guys aren't even getting paid. And Otto needs to get paid.
No, I'm cool. High school benefit.
Yeah.
Dayton.
What?
Yeah.
What do they need money in high school for?
Project graduation.
Is that to buy, like, chocolate milk and nap time?
No, it's
what is project graduation?
Pay for their prom.
I've been to your house. I've been to your neighborhood. You guys are doing okay.
Thank you.
So what do they need?
They just need
this
to have
isn't
a
a bunch of
underprivileged
youths.
Yeah.
It's just something
It's buying booze for their prom night, pretty much. That's cool.
Yeah, whatever they do on prom night. I never had one. I'm a high school dropout.
Yeah. Another one?
So I'm giving back to the community.
What the fuck did I do wrong?
How far did you go in college?
All the way.
You did?
And I'm the dumbest in the room.
Yeah, but you had good experiences in college, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right,
I learned just street stuff and
Oh, yeah?
how to socialize.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all that stuff.
All this homo stuff in his fraternity.
Yeah, there was some
yeah?
kind of homo-y.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
No kidding.
Marshmallows.
I've never had a homosexual experience.
No, I'm not saying I had a homosexual experience, you idiot. I was fucking pledging. It's a little different.
Oh, okay.
That's how you get around the homoerotic crap that was going on.
Okay.
I was doing this to be a brother.
Oh, okay.
I think the great part is that you're due.
Yeah.
And when you do have one, it's going to be ugly.
It's going to be a doozy?
Yeah, it's going to be a real bloody asshole. Yeah, a real assault.
Oh, man.
You want to hear about
I don't like how you jumped the gun there, Otto.
I'm sorry.
I'll explain. It's been explained many times in the show, but there was something I had to do, which was called bomb the DK house. And how you do that is you're blindfolded and you pull your pants down, and there's marshmallows you got to pick up with your ass.
Oh.
And then you waddle across the room, and of course you got to let go of the marshmallow and bomb the DK house. This is how you become a brother.
If you didn't do that, what would have happened to you then?
It'd make you fuck a girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was your choice, and you took the marshmallows instead of fucking a girl?
You know what? Looking back.
Oh, boo.
Oh, Jesus.
Boo, Otto, boo.
Looking back.
I'm not as hip as you guys.
Looking back, it was an extremely stupid thing that I decided I needed to do to be accepted by the fraternity
What
system.
college was that?
Geneseo. Yeah. Go ahead, Kenny. Your homo experience.
You want to hear about my first homosexual experience?
Ooh, that means there were many.
in Little League, they told me I had to be catcher once.
Yeah.
And the umpire checked me for a cup.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
He touched your bag and everything?
Yeah.
You're much too tall to be a catcher. He just wanted to touch you.
Yeah.
Did you spill semen in your little uniform?
The umpire checked with his mouth. Young Kenneth had on an athletic supporter.
And then one time we had another football coach, and to make sure you're wearing your cup, he would say, "Let me hear the music," and everybody would have to bang on their
What a sick fuck.
their cups.
Wow.
To make that sound.
It's our little secret.
Yeah.
Let me say hi to Joe in Texas. What do you say, Joe?
How do you do, Joe?
What up, dudes?
Hey, man.
Hey, I was just going to let you know about that Project Graduation. It started back in the 90s. It's basically to keep kids from fucking and drinking.
Is that what's going on, Kenny?
Yeah, they have an all-night party. They lock them in somewhere.
It's pretty fucking gay.
Wait, you're locking
It's
kids?
not co-ed?
Wait, what are you doing?
Yeah. I don't know, the kids go to a place.
And then you lock them inside?
Yeah, they go to say a YMCA. And they can swim and play basketball or whatever.
It's crazy. They have apples and Fresca.
Yeah.
Fresca.
They can swim and stuff?
Yeah.
That's just as good as finding a beach somewhere and hoping to finger pop your date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very vague on his answers.
He's the
very fucking...
Because I don't know.
Oh.
But you're running this scam.
No, I'm just trying to raise money for them. The busybody lady in my town, asked me to do it.
Oh, really? She had to get you involved?
Yeah, because they can't raise money.
Right.
So they're just using me.
Well, the show's going to be great, and it's going to be sold out, but it's under
see
protest,
a lot of
though.
cash leaking out of that unsealed envelope that's going to be handed from you to some fucking cunt principal later on. You being an ex-cop and everything.
You think he's going to take a little off the top, Otto?
Sure.
Yeah.
Something.
How much do you
happened.
think you could take
There's a
before they
finder's
notice?
fee.
Yeah, sure he's going to skim.
Well,
Bullets are
You
expensive.
think you get a couple hundred in your pocket without them knowing?
No,
Well,
I can't.
cops have a saying, there's grass eaters and meat eaters.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Serpico, what does that mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
Grass eaters are the kind of guy that would just take a free cup of coffee or a free meal.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
It's just a little nibble.
Oh, I see.
A little
Wow.
nibble.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
now.
That's pretty cool.
The meat eaters are hardcore.
Just completely out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that movie I saw Friday night, Brooklyn's Finest.
How was that?
Was it good?
It was just a pointless movie with unnecessary violence.
Did you believe Richard Gere as a police officer?
Yeah, why not?
No, I'm saying, did he seem authentic?
Yes.
He did really.
Yeah.
Like he's off the streets of
You know
Brooklyn. That's pretty good then.
And that's it? The movie wasn't that great? I mean, the buzz on it, I don't know, the preview looked pretty cool or whatever.
No,
the
it's
trailer.
okay. I went to see it.
You
I
like all
watched
those
it.
cop movies.
I didn't fall asleep.
You liked Cop Out, though, right?
I loved Cop. I didn't like it. I loved it.
Oh,
All right,
you're a
look, Ken
dumbbell.
Smith's not calling
What about,
today. Did you like it or not? You liked it?
Yes, Cop Out.
Yeah, I
yes.
liked Cop Out.
How about
too.
Cop Land? Did you like that flick?
Yes, I did.
Really? I thought that stunk on ice.
You don't like Stallone?
I thought it was a great cast, and the whole movie was just stupid. I
haven't seen it in years, though.
Sluggish and dumb.
Yeah, my reference, I don't have any real
Stallone was fine, but I mean,
thought he was really good. I remember him being real good in that movie.
It was a drama.
How could you have De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Harvey Keitel make a bad film? You know, it's
and then you
almost
throw Stallone in there.
Yeah,
I thought he pulled it off, but like Jimmy, I haven't seen it so long. I have to go back and see it again.
It seemed slapped together and
really,
I don't know.
Thank you, Danny. Project Graduation is an all-night, pretty much what Kenny said, but there's a little more to it. An all-night alcohol and drug-free party exclusively for graduating seniors. The event is held on graduation night from 10 p.m. through 5 a.m. For the past 21 years, parent, volunteers, and community members have produced Project Graduation for our graduating seniors.
Yeah, see, that's a worthy cause.
Well, by the way, my friend Glenn Miller, he's from my video.
The Glenn Miller?
Yeah, from my
Back from the Dead?
My video, Otto and George Meet Jesus. Yeah, that's him, the band.
Oh, I thought
he also helped me enormously with my Letterman set. He was the guy that said, "All right, just calm down. We'll construct something that's airable." You know.
Yeah.
He was very helpful to me.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What's up, Glenn?
Yeah, great comic from the Yonkers area.
Yeah.
And he has all these great Son of Sam fucking stories.
Why?
Well, he knows a lot about Berkowitz. Do you want to share any of that?
Yeah, get on a mic.
Yeah,
we're just fucking making this up today, man.
Oh yeah, he's got good Son of Sam shit.
How do you have good Son of Sam shit?
Because he was from Yonkers, and I read this book, The Ultimate Evil.
Oh.
And
he read a book.
No,
I thought he fucking talked to the dog or something.
No. It's a good. He only did 2 of the murders.
What?
He only did 2 of the murders.
You believe that?
Yeah,
I've heard that over the years.
It's pretty accurate. If you look at all the sketches, didn't add up.
Right.
There's a lot of proof. If you read that book, The Ultimate Evil, is really.
So who did the other murders?
It was the son of Sam's kids, John Carr, and there's actually one that was filmed. 2 girls did it. They filmed it. It was like a snuff film, and they link it to Hedda Nussbaum and that whole cult, and it's all linked through all this.
Maury Amsterdam.
Ray Roden from the Cotton Club had the copy of the book. And
Jimmy, you buy into this? That Son of Sam didn't do all the murders?
I've heard it, but I don't know because no one else has been arrested, to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Why haven't they arrested anyone?
Pretty much everybody from it's all dead. All the 2 Carr sons died mysteriously, and they just because they wanted to close the case.
Mm-hmm.
It was the hysteria of the whole thing. So
how did Berkowitz get involved?
He was part of the little cult. They used to go to Untermeyer's Park, and there was Devil's Cave. You'd go down to Devil's Cave, and they killed dogs and stuff. And then they told him he'd kill his family if he ratted them out. Mm-hmm. So that's why he took the blame. They used him like a patsy.
So he read a book, Otto.
Yeah.
Your friend read a book.
I'm sorry.
I thought he was a detective or something.
Yeah. You act like you had the inside skinny.
Yeah. I thought maybe he was like writing to Berkowitz in jail, and fucking Berkowitz told him a thing or 2.
I don't know.
He did what any of us could do.
He read a book.
He read a book.
They both happen to be from Yonkers.
Right. They have a Yonkers connection.
I've used the post office.
All right on. The Octomom. You want to get into that a little bit?
She wants to have. What is she doing? That
I think she wants to do porn to raise money or something. Would you want to see her?
Absolutely.
In a porn? Yeah, I would check that out too for the.
Are you still involved with the AVN stuff? Do you do that?
No,
I haven't done it in a couple of years.
You did it a few times. Right?
Done twice. No, hosted twice.
Yeah. Was it good? Fun?
Yeah, it was really fun, man. I love those guys.
Yeah.
It was very enjoyable. I got nothing. No puss.
Right? Yeah.
None.
Why not?
I think it's the one night of the year, like, they fuck for a living, and I don't think they're really into that.
Really?
Yeah. I think they want to be really treated like they're actors on that night. They have this air about them, like, they get mad when you say porno, it's adult film.
We watched that whole thing change. Like, we used to have these girls in, and they didn't give a shit, and we're porn
skanky,
stars, and now they're adult film stars.
Yeah, I know.
And they want
the wording is important.
They want a lot of respect and all that. Not that you want to slap them around when they come in here and shit in their face, but I mean, Jesus, you are what you are.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a vote being taken in California where will they make them wear will they make them wear condoms in movies now, which is stupid.
Oh,
to regulate that.
Why? Yeah,
can't do that.
Yeah, no. They will get tested and all that, right?
Yeah, but there's flaws in that system. But
sure. So
it's a choice.
Well, I think, are they going to be able to even make money in the porn industry? See, there's so much free stuff that is so cool to check out on the internet. Why would you fucking pay for it now?
Was Deep Throat pretty hardcore porn? I remember when Deep Throat
started it, yeah.
Was it? That was like the first, like...
I bet you it's been a while, but I bet you if we saw it today, we'd be like,
I remember Deep Throat and what was the other one?
Devil and Miss Jones behind
Devil and Miss
door.
Jones played as a double feature on 43rd and Broadway, where there used to be a Nathan's there, and it played 24 hours a day for 15, 20 years there at that.
And not the 43rd and Broadway we know today. That was a scary area.
I was thinking about the 42nd Street of the mid-'70s when I used to play hooky and go up there. It was great.
You would see the pimps and the hookers,
pimps,
and you would see
a girl.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's just like a
stereotypical fucking pimps walking
It was
around.
great.
Yeah,
there'd be a series of guys that had just shot up heroin too. The guy who would just stand there and nod off on the corner.
Oh yeah,
I used to love
drug
watching
dealers on every single corner trying to get you to.
Oh yeah, you'd hear loose joints. Check it out, loose joints. Check it out.
Yeah.
You know, up
they
and
would
down
whisper as you like cross the street.
Yeah.
They would get in your ear real fast.
It was so great, Times Square, and it wasn't like dangerous.
You know, I'm so with you. It was so great to check out.
It was great.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was much better.
There was a million porn fucking
million porn theaters
and
great double features. It was great.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did they do with all the scum? Did they kill them or
they pushed it? They pushed it out to the sides, really.
Yeah, it just went.
I think it started pushing toward like 8th Avenue and all that down that way. Most of it went away, but some of it they just pushed.
I know.
Pushed toward the river.
You can still find an adult like bookstore here and there, but it's not the
same
theme.
What's different?
Not as many of them.
Oh.
Can't meet someone in one and then realize he's annoying, and then go to another one and meet another fella. You remember the good old days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard the hookers drive around in cars now.
Sure,
that is true.
Is that true? For years.
They leave little business cards right on your windshield of your car if you're parked on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
When I used to live up on where the hell was I? 71st in Columbus.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing that.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I never saw them driving around in actual cars, but they would leave business cards on the windshield.
When you were younger, did you have a lot of experiences with escorts and stuff?
No. Never. Too scared, and it never. It was not my thing.
Yeah, uncomfortable, right? Yeah,
uncomfortable. I always felt like I'd be the one that gets my fucking throat slashed or something.
Want to ask me the same question?
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to ask you, with hookers, would you, if you got one that you found really sexy, would you like request her, or would you always just be whoever they sent over? Like if you.
Well, no, I've had a couple that I would request. Yeah. A lot of times I would want to see. I would just street hook, get them from the street. Yeah, I've done all that.
Did you ever get like a real like top notch like $1,000 an hour? Like
I never spent that kind of money. No. I've spent a lot less than that.
Yeah. How old were you when you had your first, Jim?
20 or 21.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
I thought it was
And that was
sooner.
just drive into Manhattan with some friends?
No, it was New Brunswick.
Oh, he was?
She wasn't good looking.
How bad was she?
Not good. She looked like Michael Spinks. She had a fucking great blowjob, though.
How do you get aroused when somebody's all...
Was she a man?
All fucking torn up and...
No, just that's all they had in New Brunswick. On Commercial Avenue, Remsen Avenue, they were all ugly. George Street, Fucking, they were all just drug addicts.
Wow.
One girl sucked my dick, and then my dick smelled like peanut butter. She was a Spanish lady. She'd been eating peanut butter cookies.
Oh.
And there's fucking like peanut butter crisps in my pube.
Well, stop smelling it.
And you couldn't. The whole car smelled like
butter.
it. She was literally chewing a peanut butter treat as she got in the car.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
A strong smelling treat that was.
Jesus.
Did you ever get your wallet lifted while they were blowing you or anything like that?
I was very careful about keeping my wallet. I remember one hooker was a regular. She was a complete alcoholic. She stood outside my door and was hanging out on my door and pissing. And she dropped the 20 I had given her in my car. So she actually lost the 20. So that was a big one for me. I got a free blowjob.
You didn't go back and give it to her?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, it was your money.
Sure it was. Finders keepers.
Yeah.
Losers weepers.
Now, what would you would just get, like, this would be in your head starting at what, like in the middle of the afternoon? Like, I'm going to go get a hooker tonight after I finish my day? Or did it just, these urges just come over you suddenly?
I would just look forward to it all the time.
You would? Yeah.
Sure, it was fun to ride around. And Danny's reminded me of a story. Years ago, I was riding in the meatpacking district.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at trannies. And I wasn't buying, I was just looking.
Yeah.
And one of them kept wanting me to pick them up. I didn't want to. So she walked over and just snatched my glasses off my face. And I literally can't see 10 feet in front of me.
Wow.
So I lived in, my parents in Jersey.
Yeah.
So I'm in the car, I had no glasses. And thank God a cop came. Because she took him off, she went, for wasting my time.
Oh.
And then I saw a police officer, and I beeped, and I flabbed the cop down. I'm like, she took my glasses. And he made the tranny get back my glasses.
Oh, God. Those fucking things are expensive.
I know.
Yeah.
So are the glasses.
You ever do a tunnel bunny?
Wait, what's that?
Yeah, a girl outside the tunnel, sure. Oh, drive one through and come back? No.
The tunnel bunnies, when were they popular? I mean, Giuliani got rid of all that, but they were waiting right at the tunnel there, Otto. You pick one up, and by the time you were on the other side...
I knew a hooker from Tenafly. That's a joke for your guy with the bad jokes.
Tenafly?
Yeah.
It sounds like a place you wouldn't want to eat your supper. Flies on it.
Supper.
The animation of Jimmy's glasses being ripped off by the train is really,
I never
really
saw that.
fucking funny, man.
I never saw that one.
It's really fucking funny. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to continue with Otto. Otto, what are you promoting, man?
Is Anthony? Where's Anthony?
He's sick today.
Yes.
Oh, he is?
He's got the HIV.
Holy shit.
You're asking now that you've been here for an hour?
I thought he was a long dump or something. I didn't know. How long have I been in here? Brokerage Comedy Club, right? April 23rd, Friday.
Are you doing with John Valby again?
No, I'm going to be on at 8, and Valby will be on at 10. It's separate admission, but it's a great night out.
Why the fuck? You guys should just be touring together and see what
I'm
become of
for
that.
it, but I don't know. He's like a lone wolf. It's hard to nail him down. We were trying to sell it to Vegas, but he pulled me aside and he said he had a terrible gambling problem and he was afraid to do anything long-term in Vegas.
Really?
I understand
Is that what Valby's up to?
Well, he's trying not to, so he's compulsively
I didn't know
stays
that.
away from the tables.
He also has a drinking problem. I don't know if you've
I don't know if
noticed.
it's a problem. He does drink. I mean, he's in his 70s. I saw him.
Is he in his 70s?
I think he is now.
No.
He's been around 30 years. What was he, 10 when he started? He's getting up there.
I would guess.
I'd guess 62, 63.
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Because I
early
started hearing him in the
60s.
70s. So 75 is like when Philosophical Bullshit came out. 35 years ago.
Yeah.
So if
he might have been 23 or 24.
Okay.
So 35, 45, 55. He could be 68 years old.
I apologize.
You know the deal with Valby,
Or
right?
60.
No, I don't.
That Ron is the guy that writes a lot of that
I do
shit?
know that. I do. He's the Wizard of Oz.
He travels with Ron. This guy, Ron... Valby's very talented. Don't get me wrong here whatsoever.
Without
but
Valby.
Ron writes a majority of the material, but never had a desire to go on stage.
He doesn't have the ability to get in front of an audience. He needs Valby.
He's petrified to be in front of an audience.
Yeah.
He barely says hi to anybody. He usually sells Valby's T-shirts like he's just a schmuck. Like Valby's helping out this schmuck, but it's Ron who is the brains behind the operation.
How were you able to get that information out of them? Because they're kind of quiet about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I don't think.
I've talked to Ron many times. He's the greatest guy. He just sits back and smokes those big, huge cigars.
Yep.
And Valby goes on and just
I've had some good talks with him on the road.
And he'll be in the van, that shitty van that they've had for 30 years.
Yeah.
They haven't even upgraded their transportation. And sometimes, because I've seen Valby so much, I'll hang with Ron a little bit and see what he's up to. And he's like, he's working on a new song on a napkin or something.
Very current events, very up to date.
Very always new shit, man.
And
amazing.
Valby, his brilliance is the fact that he's an amazing piano player.
And he
classically trained, like we've exploited on our show.
And he'll drink 8 shots, big shots of tequila, and still do a great 2-hour show, and then drive for 15 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
amazing,
he drives
amazing road warrior.
Yeah,
he is, right?
Yeah.
He'll drive back to Buffalo every Sunday morning because he wants to watch football.
From France, he'll drive
wherever.
back. Yeah.
I saw him at Governor's, and it was a horrendous, I'm sorry for telling the same story too much, but Valby was at Governor's. It was snowing like a motherfucker. And I mean, no one was everyone was worried to drive to the next town to get home.
Yeah.
And there's Ron like, we're heading back to Buffalo. I'm like, now? He goes, yep.
Yeah.
We've done this a million fucking times.
You don't give a shit.
Why doesn't he stay over?
With no 4-wheel drive, just a shitty van from Scooby-Doo type of van.
That's true.
Like a Volkswagen bus or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his hurry to get back to Buffalo, one of the most depressed cities in the world?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That van slips and slides so much, you'd think it was like on some linoleum when it drives.
Valby is 65 or 64 years old, depending on which listener you want to believe.
Oh,
today.
okay.
So, all right.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that he was in his 70s.
Oh, he'll perform in his 70s, no problem.
Yeah.
And he'll still kill.
Yeah.
So, all right, Otto. We're going to take a break. We'll continue, get into the Octomom thing and some other shit that's happening in the news today. Stay there. right, it's me and Jim Norton today. Anthony out sick. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. We got Otto
Anthony
Peterson.
How many days has Anthony missed in his entire career? Not many, right?
Well, it depends on what you mean by miss. Something's going around, though. You know, fucking Sam is sick. Travis was sick.
Wow.
You had your Boca Burger incident?
Oh, yeah, I was out. Yes, I'm never out sick.
Food poisoning?
It was a very mild case, but I felt like I was going to vomit for 3 hours before I came in. It was horrible.
Burger?
It's like a meatless burger.
Yeah, I know what it is.
But it was 2 years expired.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't eat that shit.
Why not?
You don't
Boca Burger.
Do you eat healthy ever, Otto?
I eat healthy, yeah. Salads, vegetables. I like fruit a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
Too much sugar, though, but I love fruit, too.
It's bad? Sugar's no good?
It seems like
it's too much sugar.
For you. Oh, the fuck knows. E-Rock's got something for us to play today. This is awesome. I was just doing a live read. I don't know. Some people probably tune out during the commercials, let's be honest with each other. But so maybe people didn't hear what happened.
What?
But I was in the middle of doing a live read, and Otto brought to my attention the time he basically blew up one of our sponsors when we were working at WNEW. There was a project called Mujan, I think, and it was a hair removal thing, hair removal product. And Otto was in that day and just fucking blew up the spot. And E-Rock found the audio. It's 4 minutes long. This is something we haven't played. I don't know the last time we played this. And keep in mind, this was on regular radio. Mm-hmm. Regular fucking radio.
Terrestrial.
Rail. I hope we have. So Anthony starts the live read for Mujan, this hair removal thing. And Otto gets involved.
I hope we have a lot of delay for this commercial.
Anthony?
Yes.
Mujan. You want to explain to George the puppet what Mujan is?
Mujan is a wonderful way for women to get rid of unwanted body hair. Bikini line, legs, even mustaches, facial hair that girls might have. And it's so much better than shaving.
Nipple hair, whatever it is.
It leaves the body very smooth. Mujan.
Is that like electrolysis?
No, it's a strip that comes in a...
So far, so good.
Yeah, good question.
Good question, but
Responsible Otto asking a helpful question.
Yeah, really? I think he's trying to set up a line.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
With Mujan.
Is that like electrolysis?
No, it's a strip that comes in a package, the Mujan 2000. You press it on and peel it off, and completely smooth. Wonderful, smooth, sexy skin.
The name is smooth. It's basically yanking pubic hairs out by the root. Mujan should be called.
You know, we just spoke at the people from Mujan.
Now this is old school Anthony, like still giving a shit about the sponsors and stuff. So he's trying to save the sponsorship right here. Well, we talked to the fine people from Mujan.
Just spoke at the people from Mujan.
Yeah.
We had a demonstration in our office. It is quick, painful, and completely removes hair.
Do you have a hairy Knish? Try Mujan. Here's you. I hope the bastard appreciates this. Yanking my hairs out by the root, so I look good in a sundress. Ugh. It should be called
Yankee. Wait, that line has to be on the radio.
Oh, it's great.
Thank you.
It's easy. Peel, press it off, press it on and pull it off. Unwanted hair, gone.
almost painless.
No.
Anthony said painful, by the way.
Huh?
If you go, Anthony said painful. It's a painful. He was reading it.
How long ago?
A couple minutes ago.
A couple minutes ago or a couple seconds ago?
Maybe a minute ago. He meant to say painful.
I was going to try to find it again. All right, screw that.
No.
Except for the part where you go,
No unpleasant odors or chemicals to irritate the skin. Mujan gentle, has botanicals, hypoallergenic, removes hair completely. It's slow to grow back. Lighter, thinner, skin is softer, sexier than before. Mujan. It's wonderful.
You always throw that aloe in there. There's aloe in there. What does that do? I'm bleeding now. Take me to a hospital.
There's
aloe in there.
There'll be no blood from Mujan. It's wonderful. It's so gentle. We saw a demonstration. The hair comes off. You don't even feel it.
I know it's binding at this point.
It's the most desirable way to remove hair.
You know what else is good? Closing a storm window on your testicles is also good. You know, for the hot weather. All right. Just drop a storm window on your tea bag. There's aloe in that window. You want some aloe for your testicle?
Mujan, the most comfortable way to remove hair at home. Why pay those salon prices? Mujan removes hair completely. If you don't see Mujan, go to the store manager and say, hey, my girl's got a poodle in her lap. I need Mujan.
And I got actual audio of a girl.
Yes?
After she, waxed her hair.
Okay, let's hear.
The fuck does that mean?
I guess you've been playing it all day.
Oh. The fuck does that mean? You didn't need that.
See? It's so smooth. She's so sexy. She doesn't even need a brain anymore. It's amazing. So to get hair off of that...
Well, no one even heard this spot, but it's hilarious. I don't even give a crap. 10 people on hold are enjoying this.
Yeah, they hear the unedited version.
Oh, yeah.
God, am I stupid?
Not anymore, Otto.
There's aloe in there.
Thanks for asking ahead of
You
time.
get hit by a truck that's carrying aloe. Does it still hurt?
Ponder that one for a while. Mujan, the best way to remove that unwanted body hair.
All right.
Ask for it at a cosmetics store near you.
Oh, there you go. Funny. That goes back, God.
Toppled yet
8
another
years,
empire.
9 years, easy. Huh?
I've toppled yet another empire.
Yeah. A lot of people say that my voice is a lot different, but man, Ant's voice is pretty different too.
Yeah, it is.
From back in the NEW days. The worst sponsor we ever had was Tim Sabian's friend, though.
What was that?
Tim Sabian, who, he works here at SiriusXM, an old friend of ours. He works for Howard full time now. He comes to us one day and he's like, my buddy starting a company, and he's got I think it was $200,000 he wanted to spend on advertising on our show alone. I forgot the name of the product, but basically he really thought this was going to take over. It was a product where guys' sperm would taste good.
Oh, right.
Wow.
And they bragged that you can make your fucking sperm taste like green apple, I think.
With cherries and strawberry, whatever it was.
Whatever the fuck. I forgot bizarre. The name of the product. Wow. It was such horseshit. We just took his friend's money.
Wow, is that bizarre?
What guy would give a shit? First of all.
I want it to taste horrible. Like feet.
What was the name of it, Danny?
It's called Sweet Release.
Sweet Release. There you go.
What did it do to make your cums taste good?
I don't know. It was some sham, obviously. Some sham.
I want my cum to taste like really unpleasant.
Why?
It's the punishment element, perhaps. There has to be some sort of a penalty for them sucking my dick. That's so wrong.
Yeah, Sweet Release is coming in. Yeah, we got the answer. So thanks for that, Otto. You reminded us of the Mujan library that you blew up.
That was fun.
Huh?
That was fun.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Aloe.
It's got aloe in it?
Yeah.
Was there immediately trouble after that read? Did they call up and
honestly,
cancel?
I don't remember anymore. I would imagine they spun it where, this is good. This is good.
Yeah, it's talking about it.
Yeah, people are talking about it,
Yeah, it's a humorous show. You gotta have a humorous read on a commercial. Yeah, fuck it.
Jim Brewer's razor board scooter fucking live read is one for the ages, too. I don't know if we have that one, but that was a classic.
What is it with these comics who have a baby and then their whole act becomes about rearing fucking children? Can't stand that.
Who's doing that?
Brewer.
Oh, Brewer's doing it?
A lot of guys do that. It's like not everybody's life experiences would involve babies.
I guess you talk about what you know.
Yes.
I'm having a kid soon, and I'm very aware that maybe a little of that will be okay on the show, but not a lot of it.
Yeah.
You
talk about whatever was going on in your life, really. If Bruiser's got kids, I mean, it's like, I guess it's probably that's a big part of your day. What else are you going to talk about?
Not that he needs to be defended or anything, but I think Brewer, and I was just talking to Jay Moore, actually, a couple days ago. I gave him a little call about some things, and he's writing a book about being a parent. Those are the type of guys... No, I'm not... Those are the type of guys I wouldn't mind... Because they're going to have a different spin on it and different angle on it. There's a lot of.
Does not have to be autobiographical. Was any one of Rodney Dangerfield's jokes true? They weren't. There was no Dr. Vinny Boombots didn't exist. Right. It doesn't have to be autobiographical.
Well, you're observing some of the shit and and then you add it to your act, I guess.
It can be though. It depends on who you are. Yeah. My stuff's pretty autobiographical. Not all of it. Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah, you're speaking for yourself. You don't need to do that because your act is very unique and different, right?
A cock.
What do you talk about in your act? What do you talk about in your act lately? Any current events?
Let's sit down and talk about it. Well, I have Obama stuff, but so my approach is always the guttural level. I don't have as much information as I should.
But you don't need that either.
No, I just attack him on...
Why should you have it?
Racial grounds?
Racial grounds, the sound of his name being funny, him not being black enough, I'd go that route. I remember you were talking about Bill Maher. I did a gig years ago with Bill Maher at a place called Betty's Fireside in Denville, New Jersey. It was a horseshoe-shaped bar, and the comedians were behind the bottles and the bartender and performing, and we called it Thunderdome. It was the worst audience in the world. It was
How could it be
600
good?
hecklers.
Were there TVs in front of you too?
It was an awful. But if they
by the
liked
time I did Betty's, it was okay. I didn't do it in the days Otto's talking
Wait, so
about.
it sounds like an old strip club where the dancers kind of right behind the...
They came there to send comedians back to New York in tears. Yeah, and I remember Bill Maher lasted maybe 5 minutes and went, I don't need this fucking shit, and threw the mic down, didn't got in his car and left.
How'd you do there?
I was one of their gods. If they liked you, you were a god. But it was like, I was one of the comics from Pips in Brooklyn, and then all these guys at the Improv were like, oh, he's a Pips act, he's probably just talks about his dick. And those guys were always afraid to play Pips, because that audience would let you know if you sucked, if you were lame. If you were too wordy or too erudite, they would let you know, man.
Who played at Pips at the time?
Well, Brenner, Dice.
Really?
Well, no, not Brenner, but Brenner came back later because he was friends with the owner. Let's see, Dice Clay, Richie Triola, John Mulrooney, Rich Jenny.
Oh, Jenny's from Pips, too?
Great acts. Yeah, great
How's Triola doing, man? Richie Triola's a guy I remember from when I was coming up. He's a nice dude. Is he still doing gigs?
He's doing good, yeah. He does music, too. He sings and stuff.
Oh, right.
He's a piss.
John Mulrooney, I think I remember him. I think I might have interviewed him out in L.A. Did he move to L.A.? This would be about 15 years ago. When me and Aunt just started working together, they flew us out to L.A. And I think one of the guys we interviewed that day was Mulrooney, but he looked like he was down on his luck a little bit, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm thinking of a different guy.
He's had a lot of highs and lows. He hosted a show called Stand Up or Comedy Tonight, one of the first stand-up shows out there. And then he used to he was one of the guys being considered to replace Leno or Carson or somebody.
Wow.
He had a show around the time Arsenio was on. He was being groomed, but he had a bad temper, and I heard he pulled some shit.
Oh, did he?
Got angry. Pretty much blew his career up.
He's a funny dude, too, man. He's a real quick thinker. He's really fast on his feet.
Real fast.
I watched him do a police benefit years ago at Rascals in New Jersey, where he just did a fucking hour on cops. A really funny hour on just cops. Just shitting on him. He loves cops. Yeah, his brother's a cop. He's a fucking funny guy, man.
Gun nut too. He used to shoot canned hams behind Pips in Brooklyn with fucking those fucking hollow point bullets and just blow the shit up
right behind Pips.
Yeah,
and no one had a problem.
Did not care with cars going by.
Yeah, that was the good old days.
Yeah,
you could get away with some stuff.
Yeah,
as long as no one was getting hurt.
Yeah.
No one had to call the police.
Everybody always thought he was a gun nut, and he lived in L.A., but when the L.A. riots happened, I guess after the Rodney King verdict, people would come into his house
looking for a gun or two.
I need just something to protect my family. He was handing out like trick-or-treaters. Here's a 38. Just take it. Handing out pistols to people.
That's good.
Suddenly he's not so crazy.
No.
Yeah.
All right. I saw that Jesse James there was on TV. So.
Yeah, well, Sandra Bullock is talking to divorce lawyers.
She's interviewing them. I guess you interviewed divorce lawyers?
She has a lot of money to protect. She was the highest paid actress last year. She has a lot of fucking money to protect. I'm sure he's got enough of his own, but he doesn't have anything like she has.
That thing is over, though, huh?
Oh, yeah. She's won an Oscar. It's humiliating. Humiliating.
Especially after that speech he said about now I know how it is for someone to have my back. Oof.
Yeah, with his big dick. With his big white dick.
He's got a big one, huh, Jimmy?
Yeah, that's what I hear. I respect that.
Yeah?
Sandra Bullock's husband, because he was cheating on her with this chick, and she was calling him the vanilla gorilla because he had a big dick.
You see the girl that
She's sexy.
No, I didn't see.
Oh, let's ask Otto.
Okay.
I say she scares the shit out of me, and it's right in Jimmy's wheelhouse, as some people like to say.
Wheelhouse? What does that mean?
Meaning that's the type. Like Jimmy would go for this, right, Jimmy?
Yeah.
She has a huge tattoo on her forehead.
Normally that's not my thing.
The girls that you have had like as girlfriends have a certain look to them. There's a certain.
I never had tattooed chicks, but this one I just wouldn't mind smooching with.
Yeah, she's a Nazi enthusiast, it seems. She has white power shit.
That one?
Well, her the bangs are covering up the big forehead tattoo.
She's fucking scary.
But is she hot, Otto? That's what we're trying to figure out. Yeah, I don't think so.
Nah, she's been down too many dark alleys. This is a filthy pig with an agenda.
With an agenda. No, you wouldn't go there?
I'm afraid of her.
I'm afraid, too.
Yeah.
I have no problem admitting that.
Yeah, no.
What the fuck is that? There's too much tats.
I like a little feminine.
But she kept her boobs clean of tats, so that was nice of her.
Well, black hair and blue eyes is a cool look, and it's not that common. But this is a filthy pig.
She looks like she has a really nice face when you take the forehead tattoo out of the equation. Danny, you in or out on this?
She got nice teeth.
It's a tough one. I mean, the tat, I don't mind the tat.
She's got a really nice body.
The forehead tat kind of gets me a little, like...
Yes, I don't mind it on her. Normally, I wouldn't go for that.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind that.
But then she's covering it with bangs. It's
well,
like
now I understand the forehead tattoo a little more. She can cover it up because all the pictures I saw before these, it was just very prominent on her forehead.
Yeah.
But at least she figured it out ahead of time. Like, no, I could cover this up with some bang action.
So this is the one that busted up Sandra Bullock's marriage?
Yep. Why are you laughing?
No matter who the woman is, some dirty skank, a guy will always want to... Let me see her. She has a great body. Some guy will always want to fuck a dirty skank with a deep ass crack. Mm-hmm. I like a deep ass crack. Like when you put your finger in, literally it disappears up to the knuckle before it hits the asshole. I love it. You like that? Deep fucking ass crack. A juicy, deep crack.
Why?
I don't know.
What is that about?
Great sermon, Father. See you next Sunday.
Yeah, really.
It just makes me happy.
So that's something for the poor.
So that marriage is over. I guess that's all we have on that, really. Michael Jackson, wow. This doctor.
The news.
Supposedly the Michael Jackson doctor interrupted CPR to hide drugs or something.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. Fucking
look at that girl's ass.
Ooh, I don't know. You're turning, I think.
That doctor's going to be in deep trouble.
You think?
Yeah, he's in... I wouldn't go to that guy to get some medical services.
Otto, you're distracted by the tattoo girl. You're turning
Otto loves
right?
her.
You like it?
No, not really.
Otto wants to make love. Should make him a bath. Time his wife get home. That's her?
Fuck, underarm tattoos. That's fucking gotta hurt.
I bet she has nice pit smell. I wouldn't mind smelling her pits.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like a good pit smell.
Why?
Why not? Question. It's natural. It's dirty. Like a good sweaty armpit. Lick it. Not hair. I really don't want hair on an armpit. I'll take a little on a girl. Like, not a girl I'm dating, though, but a strange chick, a hippie chick, I'd lick her pits if they were nasty.
Mm-hmm. It's natural.
Of course.
Otto?
The Bronx Zoo smell. What, comment on her?
on the pit thing. Is that weird, too? Is that weird in your world?
She's just saying I'm dirty. You're not gonna have to marry me to get the beaver.
I want to see what her pussy looks like.
Big red beaver.
Yeah, you see that tattooed beaver?
Yeah. You like looking at other people's cards, dude. Yes.
You like looking at people's face tattoos, don't you? I wouldn't mind seeing her pussy. It's probably fat with a tat on it.
I don't think she has any of those yet, right? She has the
what
video.
Is she, an actress?
No.
She's a tattoo broad.
Oh.
She's a tattoo model.
Tattoo model.
Oh, is that
so? That's why all the tattoos. So
is that right?
That's right. The real Schindler's List. Going through some of the top stories today. Kind of a slow news day because everybody's talking about the healthcare thing. You got anything on the healthcare, Otto?
Material?
Not even material. Any thoughts?
Any thoughts? Any anecdotes, my friend?
Are you able to make heads or tails out of it?
If I get sick, Chips Cooney has to do the surgery.
Right. You don't have health insurance, do you?
No, but I'm planning on getting very ill. No.
That's a good one. Poor Chips Cooney.
No, poor Chips Cooney.
You're one of us, right? I mean, I've had health insurance for a little bit now, but for most of my career, I didn't have health insurance. They didn't give health insurance in radio.
Yeah.
Jimmy's loving that line.
Jimmy's laughing.
You don't have health insurance, Otto?
That's funny,
I
man.
do not.
Wow.
Should I?
Of course you should.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What do you do when you really get sick?
I'm just going to have them put me on the PATH train and I'll just fucking ride around, and die. Spread the... I don't know. Now you got me worried. To me, it's always...
I'm the one that got you worried?
To me, it's always as soon as you get the insurance, then you need it. Then you get sick. Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to know what's going on inside? You're better that way.
I feel fine,
You're better that way. I'm sure there's a lot of people that said that. And
I
a week
haven't
later
had a hospital stay or any prolonged illness in my life. I've been good.
What was your worst injury?
I had a couple of years where I was pretty accident prone. I had broken rib, dislocated knee.
Yeah.
Jesus, how'd you do that?
The broken rib was falling off a sled and wrapping my torso around a stop sign.
Oh,
the torn.
Do you know the amount of money I'd spend for that video? To see you like falling off a sled and cracking a rib
and not be able to breathe or stand up properly.
That was rough because all you wanted to do was cough or sneeze without a stabbing pain. Every time you fucking coughed, it would be a stabbing pain. The rib was...
So don't cough.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah.
Oh, love to see that.
Yeah.
Just to see you tumbling off in your little parka, getting your fucking rib cracked.
So how'd you take care of that?
My mom,
Oh, you were on her insurance, right?
Yeah, at that time, yeah.
Yeah. All right. The real Schindler's List, Jimmy.
Yes.
On sale for $2.2 million.
Well,
the only privately owned copy of Schindler's List of Jews to be saved from Hitler's concentration camp is up for grabs at $2.2 million.
There's no more copies that are existing?
I don't know. Did he make a lot of copies?
There's like 7.
there
was?
They didn't have copy machines then. There's only one copy.
No, there's 7.
There are?
They said they think 4 survived.
Why do they need 7 copies?
I guess to hand to different guards and Gestapo. I mean, whoever would have them, or maybe Schindler had one, maybe he had one, maybe a bunch of them had one in case they needed it immediately. He couldn't contact anybody. It's like, here's the list.
We were talking about memorabilia before the show when this article hit this morning, as we're trying to figure out what to do today, and kind of making it up as we go along. And I was telling Jimmy I have a Derek Jeter autographed picture, but because I keep my shades up in my apartment, it gets a lot of fucking sun. I just realized yesterday that my autograph is basically completely gone.
Really?
Put it behind museum
From the
glass.
sun?
I guess.
That stinks.
It looked like a very impressive autograph, and now you could barely make it out.
Oh,
it's a piece of shit now. It's worth nothing to me. I know it's worth nothing in general.
You can get him to sign something else.
Oh, really? Derek Jeter?
Yeah, why not?
Actually, I got a signed baseball from him, too.
Yeah, me too.
With my name on it, because I'm like, fuck, if the name wasn't on it, I could really make some fucking money.
I don't think they're worth
this.
that much. I mean, it's like, what are you going to pay? Like, Pete Rose will sign for $50.
Yeah.
It's like, no one cares about that.
What's the most valuable thing you own? Memorabilia-wise. You save any of that shit, or?
Well, I have a good knucklehead ventriloquist doll from 1966 in mint condition, and that's the holy grail of these puppets because they didn't make they made a lot of.
What's
Jerry
a knucklehead puppet? I don't even know.
He was the second character. He had Jerry Mahoney, and then he had Knucklehead, which was the dumber character, and he was my favorite vent character ever.
Mm-hmm.
How much is it worth?
On the internet, I could probably get about $1,000, $2,000 maybe for it, but it's worth it. I mean, when I pick it up and look at it, I feel like I'm 7 years old again.
How much could I buy it from you for?
I'm not looking to sell it.
Let's just say I wanted to give you double what it was worth, and then smash it happily in front of you.
But he feels like a 7-year-old kid when
that's the
when
beauty
he picks
of
it up.
You know how good that would look being a fucking baseball bat hitting that little jacket?
I don't know.
That's Knucklehead.
Yeah. Now we got to be honest with each other because actually Jay Moore called the show the other day and was talking about you.
Yeah.
He says one of the creepiest things he ever saw was at NEW, you were having a conversation with us, and George was reading the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
George was his eyes were going back and forth, and he was scanning the newspaper as you were having a conversation. And Jay said that was one of the weirdest fucking things he ever saw.
What's the question?
Well, the question is this: with this doll, Knucklehead, sorry, and you don't want to be called dolls, right?
No, I don't give a fuck.
That's bad, probably. I apologize.
I'm not sensitive like that.
Because you take this stuff very seriously.
No, I don't. I'm not at all one of those neurotics.
Have you ever done anything with this?
Sexually?
Not sexually.
What?
Do a little act with them.
Yeah, I started out with a Jerry Mahoney doll like every other kid.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
But do you use this Knucklehead doll at home? Just to fool around with it and do a little voice thing?
No, I don't. He's in a trunk in my attic.
You don't take him out?
I don't. Well, yeah, I do. I do.
You take him out.
I take him out and air him out and look at him. Yeah.
Would Knucklehead look great? Knucklehead would look so good flying out of a 10th-story window.
Leave Knucklehead.
Yeah. Well,
dump truck or a garbage truck runs right over him.
He really likes Knucklehead.
I know he does.
Paul Winchell changed my life. That dude, his TV show. His puppets had moving hands. It took two people to work Knucklehead or Jerry. And so Knucklehead was able to answer a phone or hit you with a pie or, move stuff around.
Knucklehead would throw pies?
Well, yeah. His Winchell's dolls had a human being's hands through the sleeves. Oh. It was brilliant.
How big is it?
Wait, what do you mean? Like an actual human being? So where's that guy?
No, I'm saying one guy would work the mouth and the eyes, and then there was another person that somehow would sit behind the doll, and his hands were Knucklehead's arms and hands were hollow sleeves with gloves on the end. So that was his genius. That the puppet was more animated.
So how big is this Knucklehead?
That one, maybe like that.
3 feet, 2 feet.
Yeah, smaller. Knucklehead is a smaller.
What do you say when you have Knucklehead? What do you say? Do you make him talk?
That's what I want to know. I think he makes him talk.
I know
Mr.
he does.
Winkle. Mr. Winkle. He had a voice like that. Mr. Winkle. That's what he would call Paul Winchell.
Otto, do you make Knucklehead talk? Jimmy wants to know, and I want to know.
I could. I'll bring him in next time.
But you do, though?
Yeah.
Just by yourself?
What you're trying to find out is that do I have any?
We want to know the creep factor.
Nobody else is around. Do I interact with George or any of my dolls?
Well, George, I would understand because it's your act and you're working on stuff constantly. But I'm just wondering, if you're making Knucklehead talk.
Only when I was a kid and I was trying to get the act right, I would work in front of a mirror. But not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Now I have a lot of mental illness and stuff, but no, it's not connected to my profession. I don't think George is real.
I'm not saying that either. He gets very defensive, Jimmy.
No, but he can always.
I don't think. I like people to think that there's a madness.
I'm not even trying to say that you have a mental illness if you make Knucklehead talk.
Mm-hmm.
I think just because of the excitement of the whole thing and it brings you back to being a kid when you saw Knucklehead, and you have that talent that I'm wondering if you just said, what the fuck, I want to fucking make Knucklehead talk and do a little something.
Probably the reason I'm not
myself.
more successful and famous is that I don't go to the extreme that Jim Henson was a guy that would never admit that Kermit was anything but a real creature,
I do hope you go as far as Jim Henson in your personal life, and I hope your health takes the same turn that Jim Henson did.
It's cruel.
Yeah. All right.
But also Jim Henson's nonsense appealed to kids, those dumb Muppets.
He created an entire universe with his imagination. He was a great genius.
He really was.
Yeah.
But to think that Kermit was, real.
But if you worked for the Henson organization, you had to react to Kermit. If he pulled Kermit out, I heard he would bring Kermit out from behind the desk. Hey, hello. And then if you didn't react like it was a real entity, you couldn't work for his organization because you did not get what he was all about.
Mm-hmm. Expecting everybody to fucking kowtow to his whimsy.
I know.
Pander to his fucking childlike annoyances.
Yeah.
With a sock on his hand.
You think that would be bad, Jimmy?
Yeah.
It would be awful. I'd be like, get the sock off your hand, fruit. I'm trying to ask you something.
Really? Let's go to Rich in Atlanta. Rich?
Hey, how you doing?
All right, Rich.
So I was in San Diego this summer, apparently when all this stuff was going on with Jesse James and this girl. And my buddies and I went to a strip club down there. I can't remember if it was called Pure Platinum or Platinum Plus. And we actually saw that girl dance up there and talked to her for half an hour.
Did she dance?
Yeah, she dances. We were actually, my friends and I were making jokes last week that, we thought, hey, this is the girl we saw, and none of us really believed it. But over the weekend, I was reading TMZ, and they actually had footage of her dancing up on TMZ, and they named the club, and it was the club we were at.
Was she nice?
Yeah, she was really nice, and she actually looked, pretty hot in person. Some of the pictures they have up there make her look, a little severe in the face, but she was actually really hot, and, it was really cool. And, all weekend we kept referring to her as Kat Von D just because of the way she looks with all the tattoos.
Well, that's our reference point. When you see a girl with a lot of tattoos, you think Kat Von D. That fucking LA Ink show is so addicting. I don't even know why, but I watch.
I'm getting a tattoo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you going to get, Black Sabbath?
No.
What's your tattoo going to be, Jimmy?
I'm getting the Yeti running across my chest. Across my tits like they're two snow mountains.
Are you still suffering from your Boca Burger?
I am.
A little bit.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Rich. I appreciate the phone call there. We're going to move on to Coke Logic out of Chicago. Coke Logic.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, brother?
Hey, Otto.
Yeah.
You seem to have a deep history of and knowledge of ventriloquists and stuff like that.
Somewhat.
And, when did you take the act dirty? And when was the first time you had a puppet say cunt?
To get decent spots in the showcase clubs of New York, you had to make the comedians laugh and like what you do rather than be a hack. They would just call me a boat act. Oh, this fucking guy with the puppets back, he's a boat act. He goes on last. But then, if I did something jaded enough to make the comedians laugh, then I was one of them. And then, and then when my taste in stand-up was more towards the graphic side, so that's about it.
Yeah, you made it your own.
Yeah, it was
first time I saw you, I was like, what the fuck is this guy about? Way before you did our show.
Yeah.
I knew about you for many, many years.
Yeah.
Fast Eddie's and all that crap.
Yeah. Fast Eddie.
Yeah. Good old Fast Eddie.
Yeah.
His
horrendous
toupee.
I was always very floored by, I was like, oh, fuck, the puppet's cursing. This is very bizarre.
Yeah.
Very revolutionary.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I did a lot of gigs with Otto coming up, man. We spent a lot of time on the road together.
Yeah.
Fucking Buffalo, long drives together in fucking Lancaster, Pennsylvania, all over the place.
You guys drove to Buffalo together?
Oh, a
yeah.
few times.
That's a brutal ride.
Yeah.
I know. I used to live up there. I've done that ride a million fucking times.
Forever. You're in the car for 3 hours. You still have 5 hours more.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be me and Otto in the back, the little wooden guy to be driving.
Yeah.
Let George drive. George have the mirror. We used to have fun on the road, though, man.
Yeah.
He was always enjoyable. We met these girls one time in Delaware. Remember the girls we met in Delaware? Yeah. And Otto made me laugh so hard because I forget their names, but I was fooling around with one and Otto was fooling around. And the girl was saying that her grandfather had committed suicide by leaping out a window, and she was depressed. So a few minutes later, we're in the kitchen, and there's a picture of the grandfather on the refrigerator with a magnet. And Otto goes, "Is this the one who tossed himself out the window?" we laughed for probably 15 minutes at her dead grandfather's picture. It was it's one of the funniest things I've ever had happen.
Was that not sensitive the way I phrased that?
No, because you looked at it, of course you were saying it to make me laugh, and I fucking howled. And one of the girls laughed, and the one was like, she knew it was funny, but it's the one who tossed himself out the window.
Wow.
It was so completely uncalled for. Tossed himself out the window. Indeed it was.
Did we bang them?
No, we fooled around.
Did you guys bang broads together?
No, we fooled around.
I know Jimmy and Voss had a nice run over the years.
We fooled around in the pool with these girls.
Yeah.
And
just like Jersey Shore?
Not quite as sexy. I was bumping and grinding all over mine. And I guess Otto and his date weren't doing as well. because Otto looked at us and he goes, "These two are like Melrose Place. We're like Meet the Press."
I remember, it was daylight when we drove back there. I remember that. I was having more fun with you than with the girls. Just making you laugh was more fun.
That was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, it was daylight. We met these girls in Delaware and fucking hooked up with them.
Really, the laughs are more important than a piece. You know, some girl trying to gnaw on your dick. It's annoying. You just want to laugh the night away.
I went down and saw her alone after that. Just didn't have the same spark.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, she wanted nothing to do with me.
Oh, yeah.
My big pants, my fucking open mic, 15 minutes. She wanted no part of me.
Really?
How we doing? Yeah, I was just a dud.
I remember you used to be so into the ball games. We almost had to pull you away from the bar a couple of times when it was time for you to perform.
Oh yeah, the Yankee World Series. Otto was staying at my house.
Yeah,
my parents' house. The Yankees won the series in '96.
Yeah,
it was we were doing a gig together in Game 6 or whatever it was when Leyritz hit that big home run. No, in Game 3 when Leyritz hit that big home run.
Sure.
And then in the next, whatever game it was, it might have been that game where Wade Boggs walked. We were listening to the whole, in the car on the way home. And then he was at my parents' house in that fucking, that game. So whenever I see that World Series footage, I think of you, because he was at my parents' house.
Now I know who Chuck McNally is.
Yeah, he's got a bent dick and a weird fucking shitty
I know that.
How do you know he has a bent dick?
Why is he on the show?
He's friends with Florentine.
Oh, he is? Okay. I got it now.
Why, is that a bad booking?
No, he's good.
Why would Otto ask that?
I don't know. To me, the more people you put on, the more diluted it becomes. I like the idea of me, Florentine, and Norton as just a great
and that's
show.
it.
But
that would be a huge show.
Us, like, he knows we're not getting paid, so he's like, you don't have to do as much time. But, you know, I was going to treat it like a paid job and just go up and crush.
And you will crush. That's what, tomorrow night, Stress Factory, Kenny? You want to do the big plug for the scam of a fucking charity?
Any tickets left, Kenny?
Yeah, a few tickets. It's going to sell out. So
it'll sell
all
out.
Kidding aside, the cause is horrendous, but I mean, it's a great night out, and you're going to laugh a lot with these guys. Kenny?
Yeah, it's going to be a great night of comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you going to close the show?
You want me to close?
Would you like to? Would you do that honor?
All right. It's going to be hard following Norton, but I guess.
I think I'm hosting.
Oh, you are? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll close. No problem.
Yeah. Jim is the host.
Let these other lug nuts go up and warm up for me. Yeah.
You got Lenny Marcus.
There's no way I'm going on after Otto. It's not happening.
Otto.
I'm behind a lot of the genius you see in Otto.
My friend Roger, yeah.
All right, well, Stress Factory tomorrow, Vinny's Club.
Yeah, I'm glad we're doing a gig together.
Where's Vinny been?
I don't know.
Skiing or something,
He was in
I heard?
Utah skiing last
Did he break his femur, hopefully?
Down?
The power was out at his club last week in the bad floods and the storm in Jersey. The power.
Oh,
yeah, I heard it too, Jimmy.
You said the power was
the power.
Can you rewind that, Travis?
The power.
How did Kenny just say the power was out? Like it was like 30 seconds ago.
And Jay Moore swears he just doesn't have that Buddy Hackett footage.
It's a shame.
We got to
Thanks for trying, Jay.
We did get to the bottom of it, and he swears.
It's a shame.
So
I would love to have seen that.
No kidding, man. That's a biggie.
Yeah.
Good old. We got that, Travis. Oh, Travis is still going backwards.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
All right, let's hear it. Skiing or something?
He was in
I heard.
Utah skiing last
Did he break his femur?
Uphill or
Hopefully.
down?
The power was out at his club.
Power was out. How did you say the power was out?
I don't know.
Kenny's tired.
It's all good.
His fucking basement got destroyed in that flood, so he's
Did
not
you lose
happy.
a lot of important stuff?
I saved all Jimmy's merchandise.
Oh, yeah? That's what
I'm sure your wife was happy about that. Screw the wedding stuff and the photo albums when the kids were like 2.
I was actually in Chicago with Jimmy. Thank God my son was home visiting from the military.
So he saved some stuff?
He carried everything upstairs, yeah.
Good.
But that was like the makeout room he made for his own kids.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the shag carpet and fucking some couch that he found on the side of the road. And
I bought that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, well, I think my name is you.
Ooh, that hurt.
That was painful.
Ouch.
Why did you find a couch and use it?
Oh, many times.
Don't you try
Not
and discourage
recently,
your kids from going into the military at all?
No.
You know?
No, it's a very honorable thing.
I know, you're patriotic and all that, but you don't want them to be the ones, right?
Well, I don't want them to be bullet catchers, but, you know, they got to do what they got to do.
Do you think this is a just war? I mean, should we be over there at all?
No, I can't understand why we didn't get Bin Laden by now.
Yeah.
I'd like to go over there and get him myself.
There's probably reasons why we didn't get him.
Yeah. I think some people have the theory it would be worse in the world if we got him.
It is kind of strange that we haven't gotten him.
Well, there's one guy in a cave somewhere. I mean, you know, and they've gotten al-Zarqawi, who's a $25 million reward on his head. But bin Laden and al-Zawahiri, the top two at Al-Qaeda, the people surrounding them, they're so insulated. And it's like they're surrounded by people who really probably can't be bought. Someday they'll get them through a bodyguard or somebody will give them up like they did al-Zarqawi. That's how they got him, because somebody for the $25 million U.S. reward. But with that kind of money on his head, they still can't get bin Laden.
They gotta know where he is. They gotta.
Kill all his family members.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against that either. I don't even think he'd care, though. He'd look at them as martyrs.
No.
He would just look at them as martyrs. He would never step out because his family's been killed.
He's got like 25 kids or something.
Yeah, exactly. Was he going to miss 8? He probably doesn't talk to him anymore. Nobody can get to him, but somebody knows.
You don't think he goes to their Little League games?
They just got to start bombing those villages in Pakistan.
You don't think he's a good father?
No, I don't think he shows up. He leaves by the third inning.
Doesn't go to any birthday parties?
No, the entire Western civilization is looking for him.
So he can't show up when they bring a pony to a birthday party?
No.
I
think that they'll eventually, somebody close to him will turn him in eventually.
Really?
Sure, somebody will do it for the money. They'll get tired of him. Or they'll know he's sick and dying, and they'll get tired of running, and they'll want that money. Or they'll, whatever. Somebody will fuck somebody's wife. Something will happen.
Kenny, you want us to fund the trip to Pakistan for you so you could go find Obama?
Yeah, I'm a good manhunter.
Yeah.
You want to send Kenny to Pakistan, Jimmy?
Yes, for a lot of reasons. I want to send Kenny to Karachi with a fucking yarmulke. Good luck. Go find him. All right, I love the Kenny to catch a good fucking beheading. Yeah. Straighten him right out. Have to hold that tiny head and slice through it.
Is it an easy job? Is it that he has a tiny head, or the rest of his body's just enormous?
It's a combination of both.
Yeah,
but it really does taper off.
Tapers off.
Yeah, tapers off into a great disappointment.
I got a very small head and very little brains in there.
Yeah.
But you got a terrific haircut.
Yeah, I like this haircut.
Yeah. It's very nice.
Thank you.
Do you go to a cop barber or a regular?
Oh, like a little old Italian guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a special. It's an unspoken thing. Kenny will keep his elbows on the chair, and the guy will rub his turgid cock against Kenny's elbow and arm while he cuts his hair. He'll rub his fucking old world turgid cock on Kenneth's forearm.
Yeah.
I locked a guy up once that was doing that, gay barber.
Yeah?
What?
Yeah.
You locked him up?
Wait, what was going on? What Jimmy described?
Yeah. Well, first of all, when you came in there, he would insist that you read like a Playboy or Penthouse magazine.
Oh.
And usually when you're sitting in a barber chair, like you have it in your lap, and like he would point at the pictures. But while he was pointing, he would press down on the picture to poke your cock. Right? And then while he's cutting your hair and your hands are on the armrest, your elbows, he would rub up against you.
Was he big and fat?
Yeah.
I had a big fat guy that used to do that too, I think. He would have sweatsuits at his barbershop that you could buy.
And the goal was to get you in the bathroom and he would blow you.
Really?
Oh, I never got that far.
So you arrested him on what charge?
Yeah.
Did you have to get a blowjob before you arrested him?
It wasn't
What did you charge him with?
It was sexual assault.
Sexual assault?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's pointing at somebody's weenie?
Hey, by the way, I got excited because all the phones were ringing. I'm like, God, we must be talking about something that's so cool that people need to discuss. But no, they have to all point out that I said Obama instead of Osama.
Oh, that's all right.
Same difference.
So, yeah, we're not sending Kenny to Pakistan to find Obama. That would be Osama.
If he was lost, I'm sure Kenny would be willing to go find our president.
All right, Kenny, thank you. Otto, thank you.
As Tevye, Kenny, as Club Soda Kenny, as Tevye.
Yeah.
That's a weird one that you got involved with.
What?
The fucking barber guy. That's a weird one.
For the goof.
Did you have to go in there and have
That's
him
what I'm
actually
saying.
do that to
Touch
you
your
and then
penis
you
or anything?
stand up with the badge?
No, so we no.
Yeah, how did you get him? Someone had to go in and go just far enough.
Kenny was never good at undercover work. He would always come in his pants too fast when the older man would poke it.
Yeah, that's a very good question, Otto.
Yeah.
No, we had a young, very young-looking young man.
But how far did he have to go with the barber?
Well,
you
you're
knew
not
you had. I understand, but let's say you're just saying this for the radio.
You're not supposed to, once they do the overt act, you're not supposed to go through with it. But
did the guy?
Yeah. And then this undercover guy, too.
He's getting happy. This is never good.
Another job we had, there was some perverted guy used to call the payphone by the high school.
Right.
And, and want to pick up the high school boys and everything like that.
Oh.
So we sent this undercover, to over by the payphone. He used to call, after school in the afternoons and talk to the guy, and we set it up that we were going to, he was going to cut school. He was pretending like he was a student.
Did that ever work? Did the guy ever just call a phone and get a high school student over and suck his dick?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Who would just go get their dick sucked? I guess that's a silly question.
Yeah. So we set it up. He was going to cut school. He was going to meet him the next morning at the bowling alley. And, we had the surveillance van that had the camera with the periscope and everything like that.
An actual periscope, old school?
Yeah, we were following the guy.
Yeah.
And he was
not too obvious.
They were going to drive into a park and I guess take care of their business there. So we stopped them as soon as they went in the park. And I'll never forget, I ran up to the car. Shit'ems usually, they don't lock their doors, they don't wear seatbelts, but this guy was like an older gentleman. So I went to rip him out of the car. The door was locked, so I couldn't even get the door open. I'm yelling at him. And then I tried to grab, he's got his seatbelt on, he had to take his seatbelt off. And then, I grabbed him, I threw him on the ground. He had his Bible between his legs, because he told me later on he was trying to resist the temptation.
Oh, man.
And then my boss was smart enough to know when to turn the camera off. Right before he's going like, oh, why are you locking me up? And I go, because you're a fucking chicken hawk.
Is that, so the camera went off and then you applied a vicious beating?
You got me confused with somebody else.
Oh, okay.
I'm very professional.
He fell down.
There's a guy, wants to know what year, wants to know what year this was. Anthony in Jersey. Anthony.
Hey, Kenny, was this like 96, 97, late 90s?
Say that again?
Was this 96 or 97 around there?
Why are you
The barber?
Because I think I used to go to this guy. He pulled the same shit with me, but he wanted to show me shit in the back, and I was like, nah, I gotta go. He tell me about people he used to, hang out with and date and shit, and down the valley.
So what, do you regret it now?
Yeah.
No, not. Well, yeah, I kind of wish I took him up on the offer, but.
Well, more importantly, did he give a good haircut?
It was all right.
He'll do anything to get a good haircut.
I'll make you cry.
Yeah, big fat fingers, though.
Big fat fingers.
Yeah.
This is good for rubbing your balls.
Yeah. All right, Anthony.
You like a man with fat fingers to cup your balls with saliva.
Kenny, you don't want to comment where it was or anything?
Big fat
Probably
finger,
not, right?
man. Rubbing your balls in taint. Big fat gentle fingers.
All right. That's it for today. Fuck it.
Puffy fingers.
I'm calling it. Otto, thank you. Tomorrow, Stress Factory with Jim Norton, Jim Florentine, a bunch of other great comics. It's going to be a great show as much as we're making fun of it. These guys are doing it for free, and it's just going to be a great night out at the Stress Factory tomorrow. And then the brokerage a little later down the road, right?
And then Carucci's Italian Restaurant, April 9th, 10 p.m., Saddle
you know what?
River, New Jersey.
This is all so confusing. So, OttoandGeorge.com has all your dates?
Yeah.
Let's do that, all right?
Yeah.
Otto is unbelievable. Unbelievable. If you've never seen him, you got to check out Otto.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be doing it again.
OttoandGeorge.com for all his dates.
Thank